you share with us about what teams are calling Chicago about potentially acquiring Crochet?
The San Diego Padres, would love to get Garrett Crochet. The Los Angeles Dodgers, with all the injuries in their rotation, would love to get Garrett Crochet. And the Baltimore Orioles, frankly, need a pitcher like Garrett Crochet. The question, though, is going to be about those aforementioned innings. He has thrown more this year than he did in the previous 4 years of his major league career, and that's just in the first half. And the fear, because Crochet has had injuries before, is that there's going to be a limited number of innings for him to pitch this year. The White Sox, though, want to reap the benefits of a guy who's a starting pitcher. So if teams are lowballing, they are not going to get Crochet, and the White Sox are more than willing to hold on to him into the winter.
All right. So that's that from Jeff Passan. And when Jeff Passan speaks, he, for me, is the most reliable reporter in the business. So when he speaks, I listen. He's not saying the Padres are going to acquire Crochet. He's not saying anyone's going to acquire Garrett Crochet. I feel like Crochet is going to get dealt. But yeah, the big thing is what teams are willing to give up, because I think there are teams out there that feel like Crochet, maybe they don't have the best idea of how long can he be a starter for this team the rest of the year. Can he do it in the postseason? Or is he going to be more of like a reliever in the postseason? But this is sort of like a Michael King thing, though. The Padres could give the White Sox the starter return that they want. That would be a lot. But they could do that, and they look at Garrett Crochet, and he's feeling good, and he's a starter the rest of the way. You know, Michael King, he's feeling good right now. He's a starter. You know, I'm not thinking about an innings limit when a guy is pitching well. Things are looking good. He's feeling well. He wants to keep going. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, nope, innings limit's coming up. All right, you're done. How's the body feeling, right? So I guess that's a big question mark too. Maybe that's going to cause some teams to be hesitant to acquire Crochet because he may look good right now, but how is he going to feel in a couple of weeks? How is it going to feel, or how are the team doctors, the trainers going to feel about it when they get their hands on Garrett Crochet? And maybe they advise that team that acquires Crochet to do something the front office didn't think that they were going to do when they acquired Crochet. And I don't think the Padres are going to land Garrett Crochet, but I'm probably going to look like a fool for doubting AJ Preller for, with his ability to acquire Crochet. I mean, he has the ability to do it. I just question his want to give up Leo De Vries. Ethan Salas is untouchable. At least Dennis Lynn is saying he's like the most untouchable guy that Preller has had, right? He's as untouchable as like anyone. And I am totally with that. I don't want Ethan Salas to be dealt. I don't even want Leo De Vries to be dealt, to be honest. Like, Dylan Cease, there's the proven track record. And so I'm like, yeah, you go get Dylan Cease. Luis Ariz with the bat to ball, Juan Soto at that time. You go get Juan Soto. But with Garrett Crochet, I just have a different feeling. Is he pitching well? Yeah. Could he help the Padres? Yeah. But the Padres have to weigh, is it worth giving up Leo De Vries? Is it who could turn into another Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis Jr., one of your faces of your franchise, not making a lot of money in that rookie deal? He could turn into that. Is it worth giving that up for a guy who, yes, has multiple years of control, but it's his first All-Star appearance this year? He hasn't thrown a lot of innings. It's a big question mark. Would the Padres rather go after guys like Eric Fetty or Tyler Anderson with the Angels or Cal Quantrill with the Rockies, or maybe one of the Rangers guys if they decide to deal those guys? Someone like that, I don't think Schoolball's going to get dealt unless the Dodgers or someone blows away the Tigers. Are the Padres willing to go that distance that other teams want them to go to get those guys when it feels like that would be a reach? There's some years, and I just mentioned, Soto, guys like that. There's some years where it's like, yeah, there's talent out there that it is worth giving up those guys for. The Juan Soto deal, I still would have done it. And yeah, James Wood, Padres are going to be facing him coming up this week. CJ Abrams, same thing. Like, I get it. If you want to get something, you have to give up something, though. And they gave up a lot. But in that situation, you go for it. And the money situation, this was before they signed Xander, and there were a bunch of long-term contracts, actually. Since then, you go for it. It makes sense. This year, there's always a guy, right, that insiders I don't want to just put it on insiders or experts, but fans, we say, okay, that's the big name to go get. But if you compare it to past years, how much of a big name is that guy really? Is that guy, he's just the big name of a weaker trade deadline class? Or is he a big name if you put him in the same trade deadline class as all these other guys in past years, right? And I don't want to take anything away from Garrett Crochet's season, this season. Yeah, it's been great. But there are question marks. And the Padres, if they're going to go long, if they're going to go anywhere, don't you think it's going to be because of Dylan Cease, the big arm that they've already acquired? Don't you think it's going to be because of Michael King, a big arm that they acquired for Juan Soto? Don't you think it's going to be because of Joe Musgrove, the guy that they gave $100 million to? There's money that's already been invested into this rotation. These big name guys, they're going to have to step up anyway. So would it be better for the Padres to go get back end guys, depth, could move into the bullpen in postseason situations, just valuable innings guys for the rest of this year? Because what matters the most is getting there. Once the Padres get there, this rotation gets shrunk to 3 guys in a wild card series, 4 guys in a best of 7, and then other guys either don't make the roster or go to the bullpen, right? And I'm not saying they couldn't use Garrett Crochet. For me, it just feels like it's a stretch saying that like Garrett Crochet is the guy the Padres need to go get with what the farm system looks like and guys that could come back and just what this rotation looks like right now. I don't want to just be talking about Garrett Crochet without going over his numbers. Like, yeah, he's been good this year. He hasn't actually just been good. He's been great this year. His WAR's already at 4. His WHIP's under 1. His 150 strikeouts in 107 innings. But how many innings is Michael King at? Around 120, I think, right now. So he has a little bit more innings already than Crochet does. Crochet's last 2 outings, by the way, combined 6 innings pitched. There's a lot of 6-inning outings. There's some 7-inning outings. I'm actually looking at the game logs. I'm actually surprised that I'm not seeing more 6-inning outings. There's definitely 6-inning outings, but 2 innings, 4 innings, 5 2/3, 5 innings, 4 innings, 5 innings, 3 innings, 4 2/3, 5. There's a lot of those where he's actually not going that long. And I'm sorry, it just doesn't feel like a guy the Padres should be going all out for. Doesn't matter who you're giving up. This isn't the Juan Soto of pitching. I'd like to see more of a track record before I, give up, a Leo De Vries in this situation. And that's what's going to have to be given up, it seems like, to get someone like Garrett Crochet. There's other guys that are going to be out there that can help this Padres team get to the postseason, can give the Padres some quality outings, can get you 6 innings, 3 earned runs, whatever. There's going to be some guys out there that can do that will not cost you as much as Garrett Crochet, acquiring Garrett Crochet.